2023, how I hardly knew you. Only 635 days, and I feel like we barely know each other. But I guess you could say, they just came and went. That's what she said, by the way. But with that fact, we had to look back at yesteryear's movies of a bygone era and see what the older folk made from that previous year as we look beyond the stars to 2024 with bold new films that are groundbreaking in technology, like Madam Web and Megamind, The Doom Syndicate. Yeah, I actually saw that movie. I want to die. So with that, let's get down to the top 10 movies of 2023.
Such a prestigious group, and these are all highly accomplished films. They are the best of the best. Look at this. You're looking at Princess. What's the Secret of Kells? These are all cartoons. I thought we got nominated like a real movie.
'Tis but a scratch. A scratch? Your arm's off. No, it isn't.
At number 10, we have Nimona. I love the fact that animation is becoming more groundbreaking in its technology and animation style. I feel like animation is pushing that boundary more and more with how we could tell stories with its new types of graphics and other techno babble, whatever the heck But one of the main reasons why I think this is really amazing and special to me is the fact that this was able to beat the odds. It beat Disney. The fact that this was supposed to be a Blue Skies film, by the way, R.I.P. Blue Skies is a real homie to me. Being the fact that they just got bought up, being the fact that they got bought up by Disney via Fox, and then Disney just was like, oh nah, see you later, just cut them. It honestly was sad to see. Like, nobody thought that Nimona would even get picked up, but Netflix, I have my problem with Netflix, but god damn it, they found a way. Nimona is such a great film. I think it has a great dynamic duo of center characters. Nimona really is a great character in general. The action's amazing, the animation is gorgeous. By golly, this movie, you need to watch it for yourself to understand the great work that was done with this. Now, with that said, let's move on to something a little bit more pink. Yeah.
I'll see you on the Malibu beach.
I mean, what can you say? I'm just Ken, and Ken is a fucking 10 out of 10, baby. I fucking loved Barbie. This movie has so much style that I did not expect from this year. The fact that all the colors pop, everything feels like it's like an actual Barbie toy, like life size. It's absolutely amazing. I love the message that it has for girls and women in general, and honestly, the acting and the musical set pieces they're spectacular. It's not a perfect movie by any means, but I think in general, this definitely deserved to be the hit of 2023. But in my opinion, there are better movies. And I mean my opinion, as in, this is my channel, my rules. Now, to number 8.
Sweet, sweet oil, see?
People still talk like that?
Maybe that's just how he sounded in my head.
Honestly, I wasn't surprised going in. Martin Scorsese is a great filmmaker. And being the fact that you have Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese and Lily Gladstone and a whole other slew of cast in this movie, it's honestly no surprise that this is a great time. Why the hell was Brendan Fraser in this? Not that I have a problem with him. I fucking love him, especially for Looney Tunes Back in Action, but why is he in this? I don't know. But overall, this is a great Looney Tune Western with the Osage tribe. It is so good. The mystery, the thrill, the style, and the time period. Ooh, it works so good. I love it. I love it so much. Now, I don't really have much to say about this movie, but that is really good. If I really had a problem with it, is that I honestly think Lily Gladstone deserved to have more screen time, because while her presence was there all throughout the film, I feel like there could have been a little bit more to be done with that. But overall, I freaking love the movie. I honestly think it's one of Leo's best performances by far. Maybe that's recency bias, but hey, that's just a theory. Now, with that, we have to go on to number 7.
Acclaimed murderer! Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
I don't know how to put this, but I feel like American Fiction does justice with how African American society and people at large are just treated and represented in media. I feel like the storytellers and makers of this movie feel the urge to make this because of what they want to represent and address in this movie. I feel like Jeffrey Wright and the whole cast in this are really great, and the comedic bits in this are absolutely amazing. I feel like this tells a great message and a great story, and I can't be personally describe in length how great a movie this is. I really wish this could have been up there in my top 3, but we do have more movies to go that just gave me more of that punch, or should I say explosion, as we got on to number 6.
Gary! There's a bomb strapped to my chest!
What can you say, baby? It's my old man, my guy, my G, J. Robert Oppenheimer. It's him, it's my guy. Yo, Oppenheimer was honestly such a great movie for me. I know it's a little bit slow at times, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like after the explosion, the movie could have ended. Honestly, could have. But I love the fact that this almost made $1 billion during the summer season of movies. And it's not even action-packed. It's literally just people talking about making a bomb. It's just so good. And I feel like the cast, there are just so many actors in this I didn't expect to be in this film. And Cillian Murphy does such a great performance. And like, I just love how Christopher Nolan literally made a camera just to film in black and white. Like, this was incredible. This is art, Mr. White. This is such a great film. Alright, now with that, let's go to number 5.
Football stations, drop what you're doing and stop Spider-Man. Miles, the black one!
Honestly, do you expect anything else in the top 5? It's my man Miguel O'Hara, my man Miles Morales. It's the boys. Spider-Verse is such a great sequel. It's amazing. My only issue is the ending of the movie. Like, they could have continued on and I wouldn't care. But Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is just so amazing. The characters in it, the cameos and references for those deep cut lore stuff is just so great. And the storytelling and the progression of our characters that they go on is just so amazing to see. The fact that this feels like such a great continuation of the original, the fact that they improved upon the animation, the storytelling, everything is just so great. And the memes that came from this movie, I gotta appreciate until the day I die, because this movie is peak fiction. It's amazing. Now on to number 4.
Well, if he got closer, I'm sure he'd be much larger.
That's how eyesight works, you stupid raccoon.
Don't call me a raccoon!
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is honestly the greatest end-off for these cast of characters for about over 10 years that we've been following these guys, and I expected nothing less from James Gunn. His creative mind for what he created with the worlds that they traveled to in this movie and throughout the years is honestly, it's spectacular. The villain High Evolutionary is such a threatening villain. He honestly is up there with some of the best villains in the MCU, and Rocket's whole story in general is just so heartbreaking. Like, I was in tears in the theater seeing his journey throughout this movie. Along with that, all the other Guardians get such great character development that follows them throughout their previous adventures, that this honestly is so, like, it's so emotionally gripping that it's astonishing what they were able to do with this. And the action is above and beyond what I would expect from anything like this. Like, the hallway scene, I rewatched that so many times because just how amazing it is. The action is stellar. The comedy is so amazing, especially with newcomer Adam Warlock. It is just so, I don't know how to describe how incredible this is. I have like minor flaws with this movie, but overall, this movie is spectacular. And Rocket has now become one of my favorite MCU characters of all time, one of my favorite superheroes of all time. And the Guardians of the Galaxy, if they do return or not, I am glad to have gone on this journey with them. Now with that, let's get into our top 3 movies of 2023.
So you think Santa will like these red and green M&Ms?
I don't know. I never met the guy.
The Holdovers is honestly such a great holiday classic. I can't recommend that for anything you watch over the holidays. This is such a heartwarming film with a cast that honestly makes this movie literally perfection. It is perfect. I mean, honestly, I feel like each character gets so much character progression and so much time dedicated to them. It feels natural, and it's just so incredible to see each of them on screen. Their comedic timing is so great in their somber moments with so much feeling and gravitas. It's honestly impeccable. Now, I don't really have much to say overall about this movie. Like, there's enough to it that I don't want to get too much into it. I don't really have that much to say about this movie, but in general, I really recommend you watching this, especially during the holiday season. Now, with that, let's get to our number 2 spot.
Cloners, are they friendly?
Oh, it depends.
Depends on what, Dex?
How big your pocketbook is.
They clone Tyrone. I already covered this movie in one of my reviews, so in general, just watch that review. I don't really have that much to say about this movie that I haven't already covered. So,
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
alright then, let's get to number 1.
Welcome to the Salty Spittoon. How tough are you?
How tough am I? How tough am I?
Alright, so number 1, the Iron Claw. I don't know anything about wrestling. Honestly, I know John Cena and that Rock guy. The guy from Fortnite. But this, honestly, is one of the most emotionally gripping and intense films I've ever seen. The highs are really high, and it's just so emotional seeing... Well, I don't want to spoil this at all. Like, this movie is just so incredible and will really tug at your heartstrings. I honestly can't recommend this movie enough, and this truly is my number 1 movie of 2023. Now I know there are some movies that I haven't covered or watched this year. I haven't seen Godzilla Minus One, I haven't seen Zone of Interest, other films, yada yada. But in general, those are my top 10 films of 2023 so far. I'll get to those films eventually, but right now, those are my top picks. Going into 2024, I'm really excited to see what they have in store, especially for movies like Deadpool and Wolverine and Sonic 3. But there will definitely be some underrated gems that I'm going to talk about for my next ranking of 2024 movies. If you like this video and ranking, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And remember, I'm Blacked Out Reviews. I reviewed it so you don't have to.